When my wife Emily declared she needed independence from our life together, I didn't argue. I met her eyes, gave a small nod, and let her words cut deep. For months, she'd been unsettled, talking about freedom, about finding her true self. I clung to the hope it was temporary. But that night, she packed a bag and walked out. The pain in my chest felt like my heart had been torn apart. Yet I stayed quiet, watching the woman I loved choose solitude over the life we'd built. That first night alone was brutal. Her absence filled every space, the empty side of the bed, the quiet kitchen, her teacup still sitting untouched. Still, I told myself to be steady. She wanted freedom, and who was I to stop her? But the silence had a way of gnawing at me. Had I been too rigid? Too dull? Too ordinary? The days dragged. I buried myself in work to numb the ache. Friends told me to move on, to accept her choice. But deep down, I knew Emily hadn't truly thought it through. She was chasing an idea, believing independence would heal her unrest. I expected she'd reach out eventually. I refused, however, to beg. On the seventh day, my phone lit up with her name. I hesitated. Part of me wanted to let it ring, to make her live with the weight of her choice. But my heart was still hers, so I answered. Her voice trembled as she asked, "Can we talk?" We met at a little cafe, one tied to old memories of us. When she walked in, I barely recognized her. The spark she once carried was gone, her face tired, her smile weak. After a long pause, she whispered, "Freedom is what I thought it would be." Her hands fidgeted with the rim of her mug. I thought leaving would make me feel alive. But instead, I feel hollow, like I walked away from the only person who truly cared. Her words should have softened me. Instead, bitterness simmered beneath my calm. Where was this clarity when she left? Where was this realization when she put herself above us? I wanted to yell, to remind her the nights I lay awake questioning my worth. But I held steady. "What were you hoping to find out there?" I asked quietly. She lowered her gaze, shame flickering. Happiness, maybe excitement. But all I found was loneliness. The friends I thought would be there disappeared. The freedom I chased feels like a cage now. I miss our home. I miss you. Her confession pierced me, but it couldn't erase the damage. Love is strong, but trust, once broken, heals slowly, if at all. She reached for my hand across the table, but I pulled back slightly. "You wanted independence, Emily." I said evenly, "You got it. Now you understand its cost." Tears filled her eyes, and for the first time, I realized the shift. She was the broken one now, not me. She begged for another chance, swore she'd learned. But her promises rang hollow. That week alone had taught me something, too. I deserved someone who wouldn't leave me chasing illusions. That night, I replayed her words in my mind. The part of me that still loved her wrestled with the part that had grown stronger in her absence. And strength won. I could return to someone who saw our marriage as a chain instead of a partnership. The next morning, I called her. "I'll always care for you, Emily," I said. "But what you left behind isn't here anymore. You chose independence. Now I'm choosing peace. There's no going back." Her silence told me she understood. Then came the sobs, the pleading, but I stood firm. For the first time, I chose myself, just as she had a week earlier. But my choice wasn't escape. It was self-worth. Our marriage didn't truly end the night she left. It ended the moment I decided to let her go. She thought independence would free her. Instead, it showed her the cost of what she abandoned. For me, it was the start of healing.